Good evening, Ignite. How are all of you guys doing? How's everybody feeling? Awesome. So, I want to talk to you guys about travel hacking. And travel hacking is an idea of getting to cool places cheaper so that you can have the world in the palm of your hand. So, who's interested in this idea? All right. So, I'm Flip Aguilera, as Janie said, and I'm the president of Sweat Nation, a fitness concierge service. You can find more information at that at sweatnation.world, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about travel hacking and how, again, we can go to cool places cheaper. I am a father of two. I have a 14-year-old boy child that I affectionately call Aaron, if anybody's seen Key and Peele. And I have Alexa, and I love her to death, but she's the reason I need to travel because she's gonna wear my patience very thin. So if anybody has any tips on how I can deal with her, you just let me know. So I'm nowhere near the 1%ers of the world that have everything and can go wherever they want, whenever they want. But I don't think that they should have the only opportunity to be wanderers of this earth. So that brings me to the concept of travel hacking. So how many of you want to know how I went to 3 countries in the past 6 weeks for less than $250? Show of hands. All right. So let's see this next slide. It's coming. It's coming. 15 seconds. So what is travel hacking? Travel hacking is the way it's leveraging your credit so that you can get air miles, car, hotel, cheaper. So the next thing we need to get into is knowing where our credit stands. So to know your credit, how many of you have heard of Credit Karma? Credit Karma is an excellent place to get an idea of where you're at. So if you're kind of low, you want to get on there and see what you can get to get your credit better. And if you're high, you're good. That means you're probably going to get approved the first time. This brings me to the concept of batching. And batching is when you apply for credit cards all at once, because the goal is you want to get cards that are going to give you bonus miles. So when you batch, you want to do it all at once because you don't want to do one card this week and then maybe not get approved and another one next week, because then you're going to take multiple hits. When you do it at once, you take a hit at once. Now, if you're going to take that hit, reconsideration, and that's going to call the numbers of the banks and telling them, hey, is there any way you can reconsider me to possibly get approved? Actually, all my cards I've gotten through reconsideration because I had some bad credit in the past. So a tip on reconsideration is be nice. Be nice to the person that you're going to be speaking to. There are scripts online if you need to have bullet points and all that stuff. So now that you're approved, you got to meet your minimum requirements. Different cards have different minimum requirements. One of the cards I had was 50,000 miles on your first purchase. So I bought a pair of a thing of gum, not a pair, a thing of gum. So now that you want to get to your minimum requirements, I do want to tell you guys, be responsible. Now's not the time to get the fur coat. Now's not the time to try to get your minimum requirement by getting the Rolex or, of course, the down payment on the gold Lamborghini. We want to do it more responsibly. Some of the things that I pay are the things that I have to pay for every day or every month. So I pay my car payment, my health insurance, my auto. I pay all my utilities, all with my credit card because it's much better than paying with the bank, which you get nothing back from. So a little word of advice is, on your cards, at least put the minimum payment to be paid every month because you don't want to get hit on a late fee, which is going to affect when you try to batch the next time, because this is something you want to do every couple of months so that you're constantly getting more bonus miles. So now that you got your miles, you got to redeem them. So you do need to have space on the credit card itself that you're using, so make sure you have whatever. My trip to London was about $800, so I had the 800. Then I applied the bonus miles to it, which brought it down to $100 and something. Some good resources I've come across are abroaders.com. They have an awesome podcast that talks about lots of digital nomads and travel hacky things. And then you also have the Travel Hacking Cartel. So I want to wish you guys, with all this energy now, happy travels, and I hope to see you around the world, that is. This is me 2 weeks ago in London doing some Hialeah couch surfing. I couldn't help it, I saw the couch there, and that was it right there. So here's a couple of pictures of where I've been in the past 6 weeks. I went to Tulum, really fun hanging out at the ruins in Mexico. Look at this awesome guy coming right here. Isn't that a handsome guy right there? And then, of course, after that, this past 2 weeks, I just landed on London. I was in London with Janie, Shaka. We went to go run the marathon. I thought that was a piece of chocolate, but it ended up really being a piece of silver. It wasn't that delicious. And here we are having dinner in London. And then we went to France for a couple days. And that's me doing a respectful handstand in front of the Eiffel Tower. And here's my homies and me in front of a cool church. And that is travel hacking. So let's go to cool places, cheaper, so that we can have the world in the palm of our hands. Thank you, Ignite, and awesome job to all the other speakers.